In this lecture, we will practice working with deployments in Kubernetes. We have seen how to work with replica sets in Kubernetes, and with replica sets we can ensure that a desired number of pods is always up and running. But the problem is that when we want to update the Docker image, we have first of all to delete the replica set and the pods created by the replica set, update the Docker image in the manifest file, and then recreate the replica set. And the problem here is that between the deletion of the old version and the creation of the new replica set with the updated Docker image, there will be a downtime, okay? So if the users will try to access our application, they will get an error indicating that the application is not available. And this problem is solved using deployments in Kubernetes. So the first step to create a deployment is to create the manifest file for the deployment. So here we will create a file. I will call it nginx deployment.yaml. And then what we will do here is that we will take the same content of the nginx ReplicaSet.yaml and we will paste it here in the nginx deployment.yaml. And here we have to change only the kind property. So here instead of replica set, we will set it to deployment, because now we want to use this YAML file to create a deployment. And it is better also to change the name here of the deployment. So if we create it with this name, it will create a deployment, but it will be called nginx rs. It is better to change it to, for example, nginx deployment. So now the file is ready to be deployed to Kubernetes. So let's open a new terminal here. And let's go to the deployment folder. So here we have the nginx deployment.yaml. Let's check first of all if we have any pod in the Kubernetes cluster using kubectl get pods. So there is no pod in the Kubernetes cluster. Now let's create the deployment using the nginx deployment.yaml. So kubectl create -f with the name of the YAML file, which is nginx deployment.yaml. So the deployment was created. So let's verify that using kubectl get deployments. And here we see that we have a deployment called nginx deploy. So the desired number of pod is 3 and it is created 23 seconds ago. For more information, we can execute the command kubectl get deployments with the white option. So here we get, for example, the containers. We have only one container, which is nginx container, the image. So the Docker image used for that container. And here we have the selector, which is used to tell the deployments about the pods that it has to manage using kubectl get pods. So here are the 3 pods. We can scale up the deployment if the traffic, for example, increases using the command kubectl scale deployment nginx deployment. So we will scale it to 5. So here Kubernetes tells us that the deployment was scaled successfully. If we list the pods now using kubectl get pods, so now we have 5 pods. 2 of them are created 13 seconds ago. The same if we want to scale down, so we use the same command using kubectl scale deployment nginx deployment, and then we set the replica option, for example, to 2. So now we want only to keep 2 pods running. So here we see that the deployment was scaled down successfully. If we list the pods again using kubectl get pods, so now we have only 2 pods running. If we want more details about the deployment, we can use the command kubectl describe deployment. And then we specify the name of the deployment, which is nginx depl. So here we get more details about the deployment. So first of all, we get the name of the deployment. If we set some labels for the deployment, we will find them here. Here you find the update strategy, which is by default set to rolling update. So by using the rolling update strategy, when updating the Docker image, the deployment will replace the pods one after the other. So if we want, for example, to use a new Docker image, so the deployment will first of all create a new pod using the new Docker image, and then it will delete one of the previous pods. And then it will go to the next instance, so it will create a new pod running using the new Docker image. And when this new pod is up and running, it will delete another instance of the previous pods. We can test that using, for example, let's say that we want to update the Docker image. So instead of using the image nginx, we want to use the nginx alpine Docker image. Okay. So to set the Docker image, we can use the command kubectl set image deployments / the name of the deployment, which is nginx deployment. Then we set the name of the container, which is nginx container, to the name of the new Docker image that we want to use, which is nginx alpine. So here we want to change the Docker image used to create the pods. And here we set the name of the container to the name of the Docker image, because we know that in a pod we can have many containers running inside a single pod. Let's say, for example, that we have another container running in the same pod with the nginx container. For example, let's say that it is called busybox container. If you want to change the Docker image used by this container, the same as we did with the nginx container, so we set the name of the container, which is nginx container, to the name of the Docker image, for example, busybox. But here in our case, we have only one container, which is the nginx container. So here we see that the deployment was updated successfully. We can verify that using kubectl rollout status deployment nginx deployment. So we see here that the nginx deployment was rolled out successfully. We can get the pods using kubectl get pods. So here we see that we have 2 pods created just 43 seconds ago. Okay. So here the deployment delete the old pods and create new pods using the new Docker image, which is nginx alpine. And if we scroll up here, we find that before setting the Docker image, here the image used to create the nginx container is nginx. But if we execute the command again now, so now we will find that the Docker image was changed. So now it is nginx alpine. In some cases, we may encounter some errors when updating the Docker image. So if we want, for example, to go back to the previous version, we can use the command kubectl rollout undo deployments / nginx deployment. So this command will undo the last rollout, okay? So we will go back to the previous version and we will use the same Docker image used in the previous version. So let's execute this command. And here we see that the nginx deployment was rolled back. Let's get the pods. So now the deployment deletes the pods created using the nginx Alpine image and creates 2 new pods using the nginx image. And we can verify that using the kubectl describe command. So let's scroll up and see the Docker image. So now we use the nginx image again instead of using the nginx Alpine Docker image, okay? And as we saw with the ReplicaSets, we keep always a desired number of pods up and running. So for example, now we have 2 pods running. So if the deployment notices a pod failure or a pod deletion, it will recreate the pod, okay? Because it knows that it has to keep always 2 pods up and running. Let's simulate a pod failure by deleting one of these 2 pods using the command kubectl delete pod. Let's, for example, delete this one. So now the pod was deleted. Let's get the pods again. So here we find that instantly a new pod was created by the deployment and it is created 5 seconds ago. And that's because the deployment knows that it has to keep always 2 pods up and running. Finally, to delete the pods, we have to delete the deployment itself. So let's delete the deployment using kubectl delete deployment nginx deployment. So let's verify that using kubectl get deployments. So now we didn't have any deployment. Let's list the pods again using kubectl get pods. So now we didn't have any pod. So that's enough for now. Thank you very much and see you next time.